Carrie, both of us, Carrie.
You could.
This is feeling different than week 1.
Hey, dolls. Welcome back to Drag Drama, where the wigs are high, the shade is sharp, and the drama always all-star level. Today we're diving into episode 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 10. And baby, this one had twists, turns, and a whole lot of tension. From strategic side eyes in the workroom to a challenge that left some queens soaring and others flatlining, this episode gave us everything but subtlety. Did your fave rise to the top, or did she get red for absolute filth? Who gagged the judges, and who just left us gagging? Buckle up, because we're breaking down every sickening moment, every shady confessional, and that lip sync you know we need to talk about. Let's get into it.
Jorgeous, Mistress Isabel Brooks. We have a tie.
So, after the bogus lip sync tie, the bottom 4 queens met in the workroom to discuss the MVQ point distribution as usual.
I need to get at least 1 or 2 points from some of my sisters to have a chance at the semifinals.
Carrie Colby said, "Let me show y'all I passed 3rd grade math," and then proceeded to give us a TED Talk on basic addition. Groundbreaking. Einstein could never.
Because I believe that people do deserve a fighting chance, so it's anyone's game, and right now, it's not.
Tina Burner said everyone deserves a fighting chance, then immediately made sure no one actually got one. Lydia kept her mouth shut because real players know when silence does the heavy lifting.
Mistress and Jorgeous, they ain't giving no points out tonight.
Then, as if summoned by the shady gods of reality TV, the villains emerged, right on cue.
Look at your shiny new badges.
When Mistress asked about how they were handing out points, Nicole gave the perfect response. Equal parts charm, clever, and don't test me realness.
We're not giving y'all none.
Carrie's convinced she and Lydia are on the same page when it comes to the points. But honey, that page might be blank.
We have an understanding of what we're going to do to help each other out.
You know what to do.
Mistress is out here coaching Lydia like she's Emperor Palpatine, and Lydia's her reluctant little Luke, just waiting for her to join the dark side and snatch those points.
Okay, I'm gonna make it for last week, and I'm gonna give it to Miss Colby.
Nicole gave her point to Carrie, sprinkling a little glitter on the battlefield before the drama really kicked in.
Because that's what my plan was last week, and I got intercepted and lied to and deceived.
Carrie handed her point to Lydia like they were besties at brunch, blissfully unaware that Drag Race alliances age like milk.
To Miss Lydia, but
Oh, gag.
I thought she was supposed to give it to you.
Mistress brought the drama buffet, but Nicole said, "I'm full, thanks."
She's doing what she wants, honey.
Tina passed her point to Nicole like it was a crown, saying, "You earned it, diva," and honestly, she wasn't wrong.
You deserve it.
Thank you. I'm on the board. I got a point.
Look at your shiny new badges.
Lydia handed her point to Carrie. Tina, not thrilled. Not even a little.
I'm gonna give my point to Carrie Colby.
thank you.
Did Tina really think Lydia would give her a point just to help her climb closer to 3rd place in the bracket? Girl, please.
What the fuck?
Then Tina's out there acting like she's totally chill, like, pressed? Me? Nah, I'm just practicing my not mad face. Nailed it.
No, I'm not hot. There's a game being played, and that's fine.
Well, none of us have 0 now. That's great.
And now the updated standings.
Jorgeous and I are in the lead with 4.5.
What the fuck?
Next is Lydia with 4.
Oh
What the fuck?
Tina and I are tied for 2.
Yes.
What the fuck?
And I'm well on my way to winning.
Oh my God, she's on our asses.
Lydia knew Tina was gonna be mad, but hey, that's the game, baby.
But if I were to give her a point, she would be at 3 points.
You don't come into a bracket battle expecting friendship bracelets and hugs.
And then she would be that much closer to me.
I really appreciate you, baby. Thank you.
Sometimes you gotta play a little dirty.
Tina's been getting roasted by the game like a marshmallow at a drag campfire. Meanwhile, Lydia, Jorgeous, and Mistress are out here playing 40 chess and heels. She's trying, bless her, but the others came to win, not to waddle through feelings.
I can only imagine, Tina Burner.
Fucking gremlins.
And now, like clockwork and contour, we sashay into the next day in the workroom, where the wigs are fresh, the tension's stale, and someone's definitely pretending yesterday didn't happen.
I have a point.
Mistress immediately trying to start trouble.
Do you feel like Carrie fucked you by not giving you that point?
And just like the previous day, Nicole was unbothered.
I didn't make a deal with Carrie, so I'm not really in my feelings about it.
Nicole was less bothered by the drama and more devastated she wasn't in the top 2. Like, forget the feud. Where's her crown and confetti?
I'm more in my feelings about not getting the points from Rue.
Tina was still in her feelings about not getting the point from Lydia.
Made me just change how I feel about you in this competition. I don't think we should just cut me off.
Lydia was apologetic, even though she really didn't need to be. She owes Tina Burner nothing.
My intention was not to personally make you feel any sort of way. I am sorry for doing that.
Lydia tried to explain she's just playing the game and it's nothing personal. Like, sorry girl, I didn't vote with my heart, I voted with strategy.
But like at the end of the day, it is a game. I had no like real strategy against you.
Am I causing drama? What's happening?
Then Tina came in hot, accusing Mistress of trying to mastermind another betrayal.
You'll see it.
Like, oh, you want me and Lydia to double-cross Nicole and Carrie?
Where are the feet?
Tonight, you'll have to do the same thing we did to them. I may have told a little white lie, which I've never done before.
Ooh, girl. She not ready to have her.
Then Mama Rue sashayed into the workroom like a glittery tornado and dropped the gag of the week. The queens would be starring in a musical remake of Star Booty. But wait, plot twist. Rue herself would be joining the cast for the first time ever. That's right, the queens are shaking in their boots while Rue's dusting off her disco moves like, somebody cue the wind machine, I'm about to snatch my own show.
I'll be reprising my role as the timeless Superfly Super Spy, Star Booty.
Put that on my fucking IMDb page.
So the roles were assigned, now let's get to the musical itself.
Fucking gremlins.
Hey, baby. Are you lonely tonight?
Nicole hit the stage with, let's call it interpretive confusion. Michelle said she lacked rhythm, and the guest judge said it was totally backwards, like she downloaded the choreography in reverse and just went with it. The judges liked her runway, but I thought it was strange.
Save a horse, ride a drag queen.
You want some company?
Tina actually turned it out in the musical, shock of the season, and the judges ate her runway up. She came stomping down the stage like Xena Warrior Princess meets buy one get one free at the leather outlet. Honestly, I was ready for her to scream a battle cry and snatch a win and someone's man.
This look is fantastic.
I'm your favorite hooker's favorite hooker.
Carrie surprised everyone by actually bringing the heat in the musical, like who lit a fire under her pads. It was giving sexy, sassy, and suspiciously rehearsed. The judges gagged over her runway, but Carson clocked that hat for being misshapen. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. That thing looked like it survived a spin cycle and a breakup. Fashion, maybe. Floppy, absolutely.
The shape of the hat just comes across as a little square across the top line.
She's tapping out a code.
What's she saying?
2-piece and a biscuit.
Foxy's the name.
Mistress Isabel Brooks gave a solid musical performance. Solid like a dependable Honda Civic. It got the job done, but Michelle was like, meh, where's the vroom? As for the runway, honey, it was giving Tina Burner Deluxe Edition. Think bold, brassy, and big enough to block Wi-Fi signals. Fashion forward, maybe not. But unforgettable, you bet your padded hips it was.
Shut up, dick.
You attacked it hard, and I love when you do that.
My name's Pam.
Jorgeous absolutely devoured the musical. Like, give that girl a Tony, a Grammy, and maybe a snack, 'cause she left no crumbs. Then she hit the runway looking like a human glitter cannon and made the other queens look like background dancers at a clearance sale. It was Jorgeous, the main character, all week.
Jorgeous, it was just spectacular watching you do it.
Zip it. You dicks know too much.
Moxie here. I'm the killer queen.
Lydia slayed the musical with a performance so sharp, Michelle was gagged. She claimed Lydia couldn't handle that choreo back in season 17, which was like 30 minutes ago. Ma'am, someone hit rewind. Then Lydia strutted down the runway in western wear that was part cowgirl, part couture, and all kinds of yeehaw yes ma'am. Honestly, a phenomenal week for her. But at this point, Lydia Excellence is just the Thursday special.
Evening, ma'am.
This is fantastic. I absolutely love this.
After some classic Drag Race deliberation, aka dramatic stares and emotionally vague critiques, the top two were Jorgeous and Lydia.
Jorgeous and Lydia Butthole Collins.
2 points apiece, mama.
Deserved, no notes. But then came the lip sync to Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
This ain't Texas.
And to be totally real, it was giving meh, not yeehaw. Despite the Sasha Fierce stamp of approval, the performance was mid at best.
Zip it. You dicks know too much.
Country as a lip sync choice? On Drag Race? I'm just gonna say it. It feels like someone lost a bet in the writer's room.
Never get away with this.
Even Lydia popped off on Twitter, replying to a fan like, "Girl, nobody could have turned that song out." And to make it even spicier, Corey King herself jumped in the thread like, "Be for real, y'all really picked this?"
Am I causing drama? What's happening?
When the queens and the viewers unite in confusion, you know the lip sync song flopped harder than a broken fan in a depth drop. Jorgeous was so upset about the lip sync song that she punched the ghost, and even that was lackluster. In the end, Jorgeous snatched the win, taking home the lip sync, $10,000, and an extra point like it was a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. Was the performance iconic? Not exactly. But hey, she twirled, she smiled, and she didn't trip over fringe. So in Drag Race math, that's a win.
You're a winner, baby.
Honestly, Beyonce might have stayed seated, but Jorgeous walked away paid and 1 point closer to drag domination. Strategic mediocrity? We love to see it.
Look at your shiny new badges.
Then came the MVQ point ceremony on stage in full drag under judgmental lighting. The queens were sweating sequins. Nicole had a plan.
Mistress out of top. We can send Carrie, both of us. Send Carrie.
You could.
Was it strategic genius or glitter-fueled delusion? Honestly, probably the latter, but she gave it her all, like a drag detective trying to crack a case with broken clues and a busted wig. Would it work? Highly unlikely. But points for trying, sis. You miss 100% of the shady shots you don't take.
Never get away with this.
Nicole gave her point to Carrie.
And that's Miss Carrie Colby.
Tina gave her point also to Carrie Colby.
Continue to do that by giving you my point.
Carrie then returned the favor by giving her point to Tina.
I chose to write Tina Burner.
Before giving out her point, Mistress went off on a rant about Carrie.
If ever I knew she was gonna be a fake bitch and not give me her point.
She then gave her point to Lydia.
Which means Jorgeous, Lydia Butthole Collins, and Mistress Isabel Brooks. You are advancing to the semifinals.
Sometimes you gotta play a little dirty.
But what do you think, Hennies? Did this week's outcome leave you gagged or just mildly annoyed with a side of confusion? Do you agree with the three queens moving on, or are you drafting a strongly worded tweet as we speak? Let me know in the comments below, because if there's one thing we love more than drag, it's unsolicited opinions. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for judging. And remember, if you didn't win a lip sync this week, at least you weren't wearing that hat. Bye.
It's a little square